Okay, I'd like to tie Jamie Ross's J-Dub Sow Bug. Jamie was a 2007 Orvis Endorsed Guide of the Year. He developed this J-Dub sow bug while guiding on the White River and Little Red Rivers in Arkansas. Sow bugs are present in most tailwaters or slow-moving clear streams. They can constitute or they make up a large portion of the trout's diet and typically live in stream bed gravel. Sow bugs can be deadly when fished as a fly, and the J-Dub sow bug is one of my favorite patterns. It can be tied in olive, tan, gray, and this particular pattern is going to be tied in a copper, more like the pattern that Jamie originally tied. It can be tied in 14 and 16, and this is a slight variation of Jamie's original pattern that will add probably tails and some antennae in the front to it. Okay, in the vise I have a TMC 200R size 16, and on the shank of the hook I've placed some lead wire 20 thousandths. I have 10 wraps on there. For the thread we're going to be using some Danville Brown and 8/0. We'll start the thread in front of the lead, wrap back over it to lash it in place, and then we'll come down the shank to place on the shank above the barb, lay a base of thread. Okay, for the ribbing we're going to be using some lead wire. It's a ultra wire, copper and small. And we'll tie that in right behind the lead so we don't build up a lot of bulk. Okay, for the shell back, we're going to be using some sow scud back. This is a new size. It's 2 millimeter. I've taken a brown piece and taken a dark brown magic marker, a permanent marker, darkened it up a little bit, tied on the top of the shank. Be sure we keep it on top of the shank. Okay, for the tail, I'm going to be using some mono. It's in 0x. And again, I've taken a brown magic marker, tried to color it just a little bit. I'm going to tie it on to the side nearest me first. Then we'll tie it on to the side away from me. Flip it off, and we'll go to the other side. Come on. Okay. Now we're ready to start putting on some dubbing. And for dubbing I'm going to be using some sow scud. It's in copper. I'm going to dub half the shank. I don't want to just twist it real tight, but we want to just twist it tight enough that it does lay on the shank. Put on just a little more. Okay, then we'll bring our thread up right in front of the lead. And we're going to put on some antenna. And to use that, I'm going to use some grizzly marabou. You can use brown marabou if you'd like, or you can use a tan marabou. This marabou will move a lot in the water. Give those antennae a look of being in movement. And to give them a little substance, I'm going to put some wood duck feathers in. Give it just a little bit of support. Don't need many, just a few strands, a few fibers. Okay, we'll finish now dubbing our body. Okay, now we're ready to bring our shell back forward. And to get it keep it from moving a little bit as we bring the wire over, I'm going to put some super glue on the underside. Okay, then we'll bring it over and lash it down. Give it a little stretch as we bring it over. Okay, now we're ready to bring our wire ribbing forward. Bring it over gently. Get it over, give it a tight snug. Okay, we'll tie off our wire. And we'll clip it off. Both the wire and the shell back. Okay, we can form our head. And we'll take a little super glue, put it on our thread. And whip finish. Okay, we can cut off our tails about the gap. Okay, at this point then we're going to take a brush out the legs, the sides. The sound bug does have legs coming out from both sides. Okay, we'll kind of trim it up a little bit here, clean it up. And we have Rouse's J-Bug Sound Bug.